Hey guys, it's Abby from Pelennor, and today I'm going to be looking at the 2020 goals that I set and whether I achieved them or not. This is going to be a nice short video because my battery isn't happy, but I want to do it anyway. The goals that I set in 2020 were pretty vague, to be honest, which has been very helpful. I didn't really have any specific book goals of what I wanted to read. I set my Goodreads challenge at 50 or 60 and I've hit that. I've read 78 books in 2020. I had Bookstagram, BookBlog, BookTube and reading that I wanted to get through. So let's start with what you guys are actually interested in, which is reading. I wanted to read my shelves. Did I manage that? Kind of. So I can't remember the stats off the top of my head. I will edit them in here, so sorry, editing Abby. But I believe it was around 40 books off of my shelf that I read. So ones that I didn't bring in this year, not ones that were gifted to me, not rereads, books from my shelves that were on my TBR that I read. I think it's around 40, like roughly half. And that isn't too bad. I would have liked it to have been more, to be honest, because I need to get rid of those books. But it wasn't too bad. I read a lot of really good books this year, especially at the end of the year. I'm really okay with how I read. I would like to increase that next year, definitively more than half, but it's okay considering I kind of forgot about the actual intent of the goal towards the end and was just picking up books that I wanted to read. I did alright. I did alright. Okay, so that was the bookish goal. This is what I mean. These are really simple goals. Let's go with BookTube. I wanted to make what I want to make. Did I? No. Kind of. A little. We all have like the content that I'm noisy in this jacket. So, there's always the content that you see everyone making on BookTube, you know, like your TBRs, your wrap-ups, your goal setting, hello. And I have still been doing those, and I've dipped into a few other videos. And I'm in the process of making some other videos, but they take a very long time. I don't have time to film, I'm not reading as much because job. So like, it's an entire thing, so I'm working on it. But like, this year, no. I didn't manage it, but it's like a thing in progress. Bookstagram. I wanted to actually focus on the pictures I was making, make sure that they were pictures that I actually liked and I was actually happy with. I was trying to post every single day in 2019. And in doing that, a lot of the photos I was posting were just kind of especially towards the end of the year when I was working full time and it was winter, so I wasn't getting the daylight to take photos. So they were always just a bit shit. I 100% managed this in 2020. Yes, my photos aren't the best, I'm still working on them, that will be a forever improvement situation, but I managed to post almost every day. I was pre-planning the photos, I'm happy with almost every photo that went up, so out of, let me round down to like 320, let's say I missed an entire month, which I didn't, but round out to 300 because it's a round number, I posted 300 photos that I was happy with. I'm very happy with that, and I have set it in place in such a way that it's going to be easy enough for me to continue with in 2021. This is like a habit now. So I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with how it's progressing. I'm really looking forward to improving my photos over time and still working on them, but in terms of the actual schedule, I'm very happy. Very happy. And then the last one is my book blog. I wanted to expand. So my book blog used to just be book reviews. That was it. Just the reviews of the books that I read. And I wanted to do some more. And it's expanding. This is a work in progress, similar to the BookTube one, but more successful. Because it's easier for me to write a blog post than it is for me to film a video. Because I can only film when everyone's out the house. I have done like First Line Fridays, which I'm really enjoying doing. I am delving a bit more into writing about not just bookish things. Books are the main part of my life, but there are other things that I like as well, so I want to write about them. And I am delving more into that. That has happened more at the end of the year, which is weird because that's when I got employed, but like, I'm running with it. So yeah, this is one where I've made more progress than I did on my BookTube goals, but it's another one I'm still working on. And those are it. My goals video for 2020 was massive. It was so long, and essentially it was read my shelves, make content I want to make, post Bookstagram pictures that I actually like, and write more than just book reviews on my blog. And I managed it, mostly. Yeah, some of them I'm still working towards. So let me know, what were your 2020 goals in terms of your bookish life, whether that's just reading or if you're a content creator, link your stuff down below. whether you reach those goals. Let me know. And I will be definitely setting new goals in 2021, which are a little bit more specific, but also not too specific. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!